Hello and welcome back to some more Settlers Free. It has been a while since the last session on my side at least, so there's probably gonna be some sloppy plays and such, and I'm not really sure where we left off. It was the fourth mission, so let's get on with the fifth.
Yet another civil war threatens me, and I can do nothing to stop it. The last remnants of the Chinese pirates, who have plagued us for so long, saw their advantage in our struggle with Ramadamsis and laid waste to our islands in the southwest. They had no interest in settling in the land. Their only aim was destruction, and their might was not of this world. As if that were not enough, another foe has appeared. The Romans under Septimus Marius are settling in the south and supporting the pirates against us. I must disrupt them, or I will lose my dream of freedom. Free to be poor, to cultivate my land and to listen to the songs of Shimei, free of the need to wage war.
So this is the situation. We are up here, and this is the Romans, Septimus Marius, and the pirates here. Let's see what we need to do. Okay, we need to conquer the whole island, and we lose if we lose our starting point. And what do they suggest? Prepare a strong defense in the south and move cautiously westwards. Good use of ships might prove to be a deciding factor. I don't know if I'm going to be using ships. It looks like we can walk there, so I guess we will just make an army big enough and just walk there. And pirates going like the west, not threat, no, because they can't reach us. Build up fast, yeah. Why shouldn't we build up fast? Small punitive expedition. I'm not really sure what that means. I guess it means to make some risky moves against some areas to interrupt their stuff. I guess that's what it means. I'm not really sure. Okay, so it sounds like the Romans are strong, but the pirates are not. So let's get to it. And this is the situation here. Oh, we start with a rice farm. Interesting. We press T to get the time up, and I think for this missions we are gonna go for 20-minute episodes. So if I remember to do that, that is what we will do. Okay, so we have a very small wood infrastructure, so I think we should expand on that. Wow, this area for it is not really the best around. Yes, I think we will just really hate it when the game is just we've set this up for you. It's shit, but it works. So how shall we do? Think we something like this and something like this. How many people are we starting with? Not a lot. How many resources are we starting with? An okay bunch, considering that we have already set up the most stuff. Let's start scouting with our swords here. And we should consider destroying towers, I think, because they are very far away, so I don't think we will have any use of these towers. The more soldiers we send to this tower, the less likely they are to attack us. We need to... oh, there's this meat under these trees there. Interesting. So we start with a bit of fish and a bit of meat. Because we start with fish from this guy, because he's able to fish. We need to figure out if there's anything interesting in this mountain. Oh, what? There's weapons up here. I honestly didn't know there were weapons there. My guess would have been if they were to place something interesting for us, they would have done it down here. But no, that's not the case. I think we should get this area taken over and cut the trees. Guess we can't use the area for much more than mana production, but that is also useful. I think we should consider more of these guys. Not really sure how I want this. The question is if we want to have rice up there, because then it would maybe be a good idea to do something like this. And we are not building anything at this point, and we are 5 minutes in, so that is not the most ideal. Just trying to make heads and tails on our situation here. If that is even something you can say in English. So, scouting. I am... I can really feel it's been some time since the last recording session. So I need to practice talking more again to be able to keep talking. But sometimes real life stuff comes in the way of recording, and I think it should be like that. That the real life stuff is more important, because it's not like I'm getting anything out of doing this other than I think it's fun. I don't really know if I want it to be more than a fun hobby. So let's continue down there. Medium residence, and we need people, so that's good. We are making the residence, and I'm expecting we will have some good resources in this mountain. So I think we will just look into doing this. Don't really know what would be the most optimal setup up here. I think we should do something like this, and we have a lot of hammers right at this point, and guess we could... Guess as a rule of thumb, always start doing the toolsmith before the weaponsmith, because it's just a good thing to do, because sometimes you don't have an extra tool for the toolsmith, and if you start with the weaponsmith, then you can't make tools to occupy the other one. So just a good little thing to do. Can we squeeze in 2 up here? No, I don't think so. Guess we'll just have to do something like that. Maybe we should try and do it the other way around. Just do a little quick thing here. One there, and yeah, okay. It made the same result. And our medium residence is done, and we have enough wood. Should we expand the wood production up here? That could be a thing to do. A lot of what's it called, desert here, so doesn't really make sense to take that land. At least not to prioritize taking that land. At some point we will probably take it anyway. We need to expand this in some way. We could also do it down here. We can squeeze in a forester here and have forester and have a woodcutter here, and squeeze in a sawmill there, and do another woodcutter here. I think here in the start we will just focus on doing what am I trying to say? We'll just focus on getting stuff up that works, and then we will try to make it more effective over time, or we will just mass everything and hope it will be enough. I don't really know at this point. But I think we should try to build big in this session, in this mission. And to do that we need a lot of resources, and we need a lot of people. So, right now we're just waiting for everything to come up. All the buildings to get up. And we have some good flat areas up here. Bit of swamp, but not a lot of mountains up here. So we will probably expand up here just to have a place to build, but we should also consider expanding down here because there is mountains here. So we should probably just focus this way. And maybe instead of making these wood areas, instead of making them huge, we should just expand down here and make another one down here. Just make smaller plank production further down. So we will always have a source of planks close to where we want to build. That may be the way to do it. So right now we're just continuing to scout up here to see if there is anything interesting we might have missed, anything that would make it worth expanding over here. This is done and it is occupied. This is getting up. How does it look with people? Okay, it looks okay-ish with people, so we can do this because this is getting up soon. 13 minutes in, and we have basic weapon infrastructure up and running, but we don't have any mining things, and we don't have a lot of area, so we should take this to get farms up, because we are not really going to have room for it over here. We need a hammer for this. That is as expected. Oh, okay, we started. Did we start with these three? I didn't see that. I should have checked. And we should also have people ready by the towers to occupy them. We are probably going to have a lot of coal in here because we need coal for the swamp, so maybe the map makers consider that. Or they try to make it a harder experience by not giving as much coal. We will see about that. So far there's an okay coal mine here. And I think we should, without looking too much in the map into the mountain already, I think it is something we should prioritize over iron. So, looking here. Is he planting there? Okay, I think he is planting there. He have just already harvested. I think we should maybe set up a small setup here. And thought I sent a person down here. We have a little more land up here now, and we should. Didn't we? Okay, we did make the third one. Okay, so I think it is about time we do the large residence, and I think it's also about time we start making the mines we so desperately need. That was not a very good mine. It's very hard to judge what is good and what is not. I always look at how many of the signs go away when you build the mines, but that may not be the best way to do it. I would maybe just call it a way to do it. And sure, let's just continue towering down until we have the residences the settlers we can turn into pioneers. First off, I want something like this to be turned into our land. And this up here. And I was gonna say something, but I forgot midway. Okay. Very good. Very nice commentary. Let's just continue a little bit. And looking at the time, I think it's about time we put in a little break. I think we will go to when it says 20 here, because then we will also have taken into consideration the time before getting into the map and all that. Yes, I think that's what we will do. And we are cutting this away. Very good. Very good. And should we do... No. Of course we shouldn't. How silly of me. Getting this up, getting this up. We desperately need land. Stuff is coming up fast. This is gonna be a terrible mine. Oh, I hate this. I want to tear this one down and build the iron mine again. But we have this up, and it have rice, so we can just do some of this and start to get the mana. So far we don't have any iron, so we can't make any bars. And this is a dead end. Yes. I hope these mountains down here are good, so we can continue the weapon production down there. Looking for land where we can farm. Oh, okay, so we can actually farm on this spot here. That is maybe a thing we should consider doing. Not just consider, I think we're just gonna do it. And we can cut some wood. Trying to measure the distance here. I think we will just give it a bit extra. Do something like this, and then I think we have room for one in the middle here. If not, then we will just have some food infrastructure stuff there. The question is if we should just pretend all this land over here is not existing and just go south. And my timer went off, meaning it's time to stop the episode for now. So thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next episode.